Hello there, welcome to ProtoTech, and today we're going to do another tour of the areas around ProtoTech. Here we're going to tour about 5 different perimeters that we have started around spawn and talk a little bit about our futures with these perimeters. And joining us, we have a bunch of the ProtoTech members, so I'll quickly go down. We got 0x, Craft, we got Yun, we got Ed Example, we got Earth Computer, we got John, Nordy, Newt, myself, we got Skip the Breakfast, we got Smokey, even though he's not here, except on his alter account. We got Cats, we got Kika, we got KK, we got Lynn, and we got a couple of Smokey's alt accounts. Oh my goodness, we got so many people on. So we're here at our spawn platform, and this was designed by who?
Akron.
Yeah, Akron designed this. It's really nice. I think he designed this to kind of measure out the area where the players would spawn, because it was a 20 by 20 area around center here.
This is the center of the spawn chunks. The center of the platform, and then
So center of spawn is 4 chunks, and then he went out a chunk in each direction for the platform.
yep, and then player spawn point is below this carpet.
That's world spawn point, yeah.
Yeah, world spawn point.
I really like the textures of this, looks really nice. And probably the biggest change, as you guys notice, is that spawn is completely removed of all of the ocean as well as the seabed. So this was a project that was headed by Smokey. You want to talk a little bit about it, Smokey?
Yeah, basically just got a bunch of people on to dig, and Nessie helped a lot, and a lot of other people.
And you guys cleared this
So
pretty fast. Like, this was supposed to be like kind of a long-term project for people like to dig. Like, some people like to dig manually rather than to TNT dupe. So we kind of set aside spawn as the area for them to kind of work whenever they want to on their off time to clear away. And I think like within a week or so, you guys had this completely cleared out.
Really?
yay!
Oh, 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 oh.
Did the TNT blow up spawn? Oh my goodness. Professionals. Good thing that Akron put a whole bunch of obsidian underneath the spawn. He was thinking ahead. So on the very bottom of spawn, we went all the way down to the bedrock level, and then we came ahead and filled it in with some concrete powder. And we got a whole bunch of concrete powder from using my sand generator, and then we laid the concrete on all the sections of the chunks. So they're all 2 chunk borders, and that's why you can see all these patterns. So if you press like F3 and G, you can see where they're all at. Now, the bluish color ones are the entity processing ones of spawn, and then the outer ring here, which is these green and yellow ones, these are the lazy processing chunks of spawn. And then the outside edge over here, we have some red, and that's just outside of spawn. Now, Akron also designed the pathways that go out from the edges, from the center spawn out to the edges. So it goes out 3 different directions. They look really nice. And what else we want to talk about in spawn?
The boat.
Oh, the boat. So the boat was built by Marvelous way long time ago, even before I was on the server, I believe. Or no, like shortly after I joined the server, Marvelous built this boat. And if you guys seen past tours, you would see the boat was sitting on water. But since we removed all the material below the ocean as well as the ocean itself, it was just floating there. So Akron went ahead and he built up this amazing looking crane that goes all the way to the very bottom of spawn, goes up, goes over, and holds up the entire boat. That way it doesn't look like it's floating. Instead, it looks like it's like being moved out of a dock or something crazy. Oh, this crane is just huge. And you can see how it even looks realistic with having like the counterweights in the back. Coming over here, this huge platform, lifting this crane out of the water. And this is a warship, by the way. You notice that is like a cannon in front. And there's like radar, and there's some cannons in the back of it too. So it's pretty cool. On the opposite side, we have a jet. What's that you said, Xerox?
Those are some really tiny counterweights for holding up a whole boat. So, like a whole
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah. That is a large ship. I don't think you can even lift something like that in real life. And then on the other side of the ship, we have this jet, which was made by Rusty Nuts, I believe. And it's been here for a long time. But we have a new large addition to spawn, this huge contraption here. This is the iron farm. We destroyed our old iron farm, And we went ahead and designed a new one. This is a design by Nuke. He's one of the ProtoTech
And
members.
Sponicus.
And Sponicus. And we went ahead and built this up. A bunch of the members came on. Took us not too long, a little bit longer than I thought because a couple of guys misplaced some of the blocks. But this iron farm is an iron farm that you can adjust how many villagers you want to be in it, or kind of like you can adjust how much iron it produces by how much villages are inside of it. And I'll link it down in the description. I believe it's called the Frog Project. Is that right?
It's called the Iron Frog.
Oh, okay, Iron Frog. I think it's just because it has so much slime, and the slime blocks allow the light access to get down to the doors. It's more of a vertical farm, which is really nice because it don't like take up a lot of room. And you put it on the edge so that the villagers from it are in laser processing chunks. That way they're not always ticked. So that helps with lag as well. Now we start this farm up and it works, but we have so much iron already, we already just turned it off, so we're not running it currently. But you can see that it goes from very bottom of the world all the way up to the very top. We have some doors way up there. And around the spawn platform, we still have the old pearl dispenser. Like, this has been on the server for a long time. And that just is supplied by when people kill Enderman in the End Dimension, the loots come and they're dropped at the world spawn point, which goes down underneath the platform. Oh, I like the decoration you did to fix spawn. So the items come underneath here, they go through the leaves, and they end up on this ice path, and they get sent around, and they get sorted out, and then the ender pearls end up over here, and they get pushed up into the elevator, and then that's how we refill the ender chest. Also down here, this is where all the items that come from the end dimension, so like our sand, as well as like our dragon eggs, pretty much our falling block generators. We come over here, and we have some temporary storage. I believe this is like the dragon eggs over here, and we got some ender pearls here. And this would be like where you put the sand or concrete, depending on what you want to dupe a lot of. It's just some temporary storage for now. We have plans to extend it, and we also have the world spawn point here. We have a on and off switch, which allows us to switch between allowing items to get pulled across, and we can retract this piston, and then the items will be able to, or the entities, normally when we transport entities, we allow them to go all the way down, and then there's a portal down there where we can transport entities through the world spawn point and back into the nether if we want to move them as well. So we have the options, and I guess we can check out the control panel on top. So up here there is a control panel, and this allows us to turn stuff on and off. So over here we have a switch for the end loader when that gets built up. Then we have a hostile mob switch. This is the withers that we have over in the, southeast corner of spawn. Off in that direction we have a bunch of withers underneath of the bedrock. And I'll link a video more about that hostile mob switch in the description if you want to know more about it. But it allows us to prevent other mobs from spawning by summoning a bunch of withers inside of the bedrock. Then we also have the 0, loader as well as the permanent loading that is going south of spawn to 0, and this will allow it so that it will maximize the amount of chunks that can unload during an autosave. And we can that's nice. Did I get the... No, I didn't get it. So that allows us to prevent mobs from spawning during autosave. Am I picking up this stuff? No. Then we also have the Nether Loader. This is so that if people want to have spawn loaded all the time when nobody's here, then we can turn that on. And we go take a look at that. But what we actually have here is using that little trick I showed in a prior video, where you can block the sky access to daylight sensors down below. And this can allow you to wirelessly send signals downward. It's pretty cool. We go down, if we just head down here, take a look at it. Doge is not here, but Doge built this up here, and it's pretty much a bunch of daylight sensors which are going to the individual things above, and then the wiring's all underneath of the bedrock. I think he just found some like space underneath the bedrock and he routed it around, which makes it nice so you can still have a nice looking floor here. Now, who put all these vines here?
Probably on
Acheron?
Yeah, Akron's kind of notorious for placing vines everywhere. So he placed all these vines and they grew. Kind of annoying in some situations, but I think it's funny. Who dropped the dragon egg?
Looks awful though.
Yeah.
You look awful.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, and then over in the corner here is Doge's Nether Loader. He has a carpet duper that just dupes carpet on a clock. And this allows items to be sent over into the nether dimension case we want to load either another dimension or if we want to load spawn chunks when nobody's here. That's really nice. And there is a sheep in there. Hope it's name tagged. No, it's a cow now. It used to be a sheep, now it's a cow. That's funny. Oh, I guess we take a look at these zombies. So in the far corner of our spawn chunks, we have 2 zombies. What was the top zombie from? The one with the armor? I think he may have came from somebody seen this zombie wearing diamond armor in spawn, and then they captured him. Been on the server for a long time, I believe. And then lower one, that's the one that went ahead and gave this guy like 100 and no, gave him like 700 totems of undying and like 400 diamond pants and boots as well as chest plates and helmets. But for some reason, he kind of glitched out and some of the items don't show up on him. It's pretty strange stuff, but yeah, I'll link it down in the description if you're curious about how we got so many totems for him to hold up or to hold in his hand. Also, the walls of spawn are just stone for now. Is there any plans to change the wall design?
I thought we were gonna use Doge's gradient thing, but I don't know.
Oh, Kika says the totems still stack once you kill them. That's cool. Oh, that's smart to use a boat. And then also in spawn, we still have our old 1.7 villager. The server was started in 1.7, so how many updates is that? Like 15 updates? Oh, I mean 5 updates?
15 updates.
15 updates. So yeah, like 5 updates. The server's been around. We're currently at
What if
1.12. Don't be using your bows inside there.
What
So
if we
it says,
complete lock him out?
what's that?
What if we complete lock this guy out?
We could, I guess. So the big villager head here is our 1.7 villager, and he sells iron. So he's like the one that sells all the different variations of iron as well as diamonds and even chain armor. So they changed that with 1.8. That's why we kept around. Really useful for getting different types of. Oh yeah, he also has the 1.8 trades as well because they get unlocked as well. So he has like 2 diamond swords, which is strange. Yeah, but yeah, very useful to have. So we keep them safely inside there, even though people still shoot arrows all the time, risking his life. Think of it, he supplied all your guys' diamond armor, and here you're just like toying with his life. Oh yeah, there is also another on and off switch. This is the one that I was talking about that allows it so that you can have either items get collected or you can have entities get collected down below. Over here is a chicken jockey that somebody found while digging out, I think, this perimeter or the USS, and they brought it all the way up here and put it inside here on display. I don't mind going there.
No.
Who designed this rainbow-colored beacon?
Me.
It looks so cool.
We were gonna do it for every single beacon.
You
But
can't do that.
The glass was here. I don't know where it went though.
I
so,
put it in the Nether hub.
yeah, I don't know. I was thinking maybe instead of 3 high for every color, maybe 5 high. I don't know.
Looks pretty cool. And we actually did go to the very top of it and fall down the hole that's inside this glass pane. I may show that footage now because it's pretty funny. Looks a bit scary.
It's worth it. It's like when you're taking the jumping off a diving board into a pool. You just gotta go for it. You're like you're parachuting, except you know that you're gonna die at the bottom. It's like one brief moment of ecstasy before you get splat on the pavement.
Well, I could remove the beacon and put water there, but
Oh my! Oh. And also in spawn we have a couple spawners. So I think this is the zombie spawner we have. And then over here, which one's this one? Another zombie spawner? Okay. And I think over in this corner we have a spider spawner. I think spider's in this corner. Yeah, that's the spider spawner. And then all the beacons are spaced out perfectly so that the entire spawn chunks are covered with beacon effects. And the nice thing about this is the beacons are also set down inside of the bedrock. So we removed all the bedrock around the beacon so that we could set them down inside of the bedrock, which is pretty cool. And another cool thing about spawn chunks is that they're spaced out just so that you can put the majority of the beacons in lazy processing chunks. This allowed us to use the Dragon Egg method to remove the bedrock here, which made it a lot more easier. Center one, you would have to use a different bedrock breaking to get that one lowered, which we still haven't got around to doing that yet. Oh yeah, we also have the no texture block display
Yeah,
case.
but Akron redesigned it, so it's like taller now.
Yeah, this is displaying the no texture cactuses, which we collected in 1.9. They're now discontinued. You can't get them no more, and they look pretty crazy. Look like you have huge punching gloves on. So even when you drop them as an item, they even look large. That's what's so cool about them. So that's why we made this display case to kind of show it off. So just west of spawn is what we call the double perimeter. It's a large project of perimeters which we are stretching from spawn northward. This is a long time project, probably been working on for like 3 years. So the idea was to have these perimeters that start here by spawn and they stretch north and out very far north, about seven or so perimeters worth of area north of us is a witch. And what the idea is to start here and continue building perimeters all the way up to the witch hut. This way we can have all the perimeters near spawn. This is a pretty cool idea. And we've been working on this for about 3 years, trying to get everything planned out and set up. And this project here we call the double perimeter because it has 2 perimeters inside of it. And we dug this out a long time ago. The majority of it got dug out in 1.8. So it was all dug by hand. And then at the very end, we came back in and TNT duped the blocks out of the bedrock. But you can see how massive this perimeter is. I think currently the server settings render distance is a little bit low, but it's a very large perimeter and just all bedrock showing. Now, Smokey, did you want to talk a little bit about your hole you have here in the bedrock?
Yeah, that was a cobble gen in 1.8, but it doesn't really work anymore.
I like how the witch just walked right into the void. Watch out, some of the bedrock is removed there. You could fall into the void.
Yeah, someone should replace that.
So you had a cobble gen here and collect a whole bunch of stone and cobble.
Yeah, and then I think you deleted it all. So
I think it was all sent to. I think a bunch of it was sent to Quad Witch Perimeter. You had 3 withers in here.
yeah, but the ones in the 3x4 bedrock, they escape.
Oh, because you put them too close to each other.
I guess so. They were in there for a week and then they escaped.
Then you also
So-
you removed a bunch of the bedrock so that you were transporting all the items towards spawn. Oh yeah, here's the hole. You removed all this bedrock all the way to spawn. It looks pretty crazy. It's like a little tunnel through it.
Yeah.
But the final designs that are going to be built here is a general mob farm for the overworld, as well as a ocean monument. So we have an ocean monument fairly close to spawn. It's just north of here. And we had a temporary design built up, but we removed that and we're going to build up a, what the heck? That's a lot of TNT. And what were these? Oh, I guess that was for the old design. We had some bedrock removed there for the carts. But on the far end of the perimeter, we are removing the bedrock slowly with a flying machine. This is a bedrock breaking flying machine that I showed. I'll link it down in the description if I know more about it. But we made some modifications to this so that it can work a little bit differently than the one I showed in the video. We'll probably do a video where I explain what we changed about this. Currently, we removed all the bedrock in this area here, and then we'll start it up pretty soon. I have some footage of me running this, which I'll probably play right now. You guys can kind of see how it works. walls of the double perimeter are just made out of some iron blocks. We're going to come in and put down some nice designs using Doge's wall placer. It's a really cool design. If you haven't seen it already, I will link it down in the description. And it really allows you to build walls while being AFK, and it's all automatic as well, so it's pretty cool. And then you also can like convert the concrete or sand over, or yeah, if it's concrete, then you convert it over the powder. You can convert it into concrete blocks, which is nice. So on the north side of the double perimeter is where we're going to extend it outwards. So we're going to extend it northwards, and we keep going this way until we eventually hit that witch hut. We're hoping should be a lot of fun. We got a bunch of perimeter ideas designed for different types of farms we're going to stick inside of here. Like I said, this one's going to be for the ocean monument as well as the general hostile mob farm. And we got some designs already for those. And then right beside that perimeter is another one. This is the USS Perimeter, and we are going to set up a ultimate storage system. That's what USS stands for. And that's going to be just north of spawn. And the idea is so that we can transport the items from the world spawn point down and over here to our storage system. And it's really close to spawn, but not inside a spawn chunk, so we don't have to worry about it being loaded all the time. So this was all removed by using, first we had a water sweeper come through, and the water sweeper took out all the water on top, and then we came in and we used a perimeter maker. I will link in the description to both those videos where I explain how they work with the water sweeper as well as the perimeter maker. And we came and we removed all the material all the way down to the bedrock level. And then we're going to come in and place in a floor design using the floor placer that we are going to, using the floor placer that we showed to come in here and build a design while also doing AFK. So it should be really nice, a really nice project. We'll probably stream this too. So if you guys ever want to watch us work on the server, you guys can always join us through our Discord, which we will have linked down in the description, and come talk with us. And we also stream, so go ahead and follow us.
Should definitely check him out.
So it should be a lot of fun, like setting this up and getting it to place all these blocks down for us. So the walls are water currently. That was just were sand. Then we removed all the material, came in here and destroyed it with all the TNT duping. There's 2 spawners in here, I believe. Was it you, Smokey, that wanted to save the spawners?
Yeah.
What type of spawners are there?
Skeleton and some zombie.
And the zombie is the one that's closest to spawn. And that should be nice because, oh, there goes on with the ender pearl. With like the USS being here, it's always nice to have zombies because then we can use them to sort out armor as well as like weapons. And there's also some bedrock being broken here. 1011 went ahead and he's breaking out some wither cages. The idea is to have some withers working here, such as like our cobble generator that I showed. And same thing can be built up in spawn. And we're gonna have some other stuff, like maybe we'll have some tree farms here, and we'll use these wither cages. I believe he marked out 2 more wither cages over here. Got one here, one over here. And he already has one completely removed a bedrock, which is over here, since my spawn as well, which is nice. You see that he removed all the bedrock around it. A lot of bedrock was removed there, especially underneath this as well. This is a Y4 wither cage, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the USS is going to pretty much be a really large project where we're going to try to store every type of item in the game. So it's called the Ultimate Storage System for that reason. We're going to try to have a lot of different things there that will allow the player to make it easier, maybe like an auto crafter. We also want to put a bunch of different storage there for like personal storage as well as maybe a brewing system. We want to try to keep mostly the farms out of it, but we will have things that help players.
It would be interesting if there's like some sort of XP thing there. You can get XP.
Yeah, I guess we could try and make some kind of XP. I know Animos made a XP storage thing. It's even possible that we could store XP just outside of spawn chunks. And
Yeah,
then,
but like, where would you get the XP from?
like, you can get it from like a pigment farm or the guardian farm and store it just outside of spawn. And then you can bring it to the player. You know Animos' video where he stores like 30 levels at a time? It's pretty cool. And then we could just wall off area. So when we were building up the USS, we went ahead and actually built a second perimeter just north of it. And this one, we haven't currently have any plans for it, but I believe we may use it for just some overworld tree farms. But there's plenty of room here to build other stuff as well. Maybe we'll have some farms that also kind of help out the USS. And this one, we have that skeleton spawner. It comes all the way up to here. We used to have the player lockers here, but we had to remove them to make room for this. And then at the far side of it, we're so far north that we ran into our temporary spider farm. So this has been on the server for quite a while, just a way for us to get string without having to make an entire perimeter. And there is a lot of obsidian inside of this thing. Oh yeah, there's also an ocean monument over there. So with this design, spiders spawn on the edges, and then they get pushed downwards with these pistons to the side, and they fall downwards and they land on this glass. And we have some hopper carts which are picking them all up. And Doge went ahead and made this look really nice. Was kind of like temporary looking, but now it looks amazing. Got some cobwebs in there, and even a portal. Yeah, so you get all the string from the spiders. There's also some skeleton loots because you get spider jockeys as well. Yeah, I'm currently the only one who died from a villager. I also killed the most villagers, so I guess it's kind of appropriate.
The villagers got their revenge on you.
Xerox, do you want to explain what this is over here?
Well, this is Frog Think. This is the map that we saw everywhere being rotated.
It's crazy how many crafting tables.
I built this just shortly after you showed the map area and the other world tour.
Oh yeah. How many crafting tables did you make? Somebody have the scoreboard for that?
I have no idea. I just wanted to use a block that doesn't burn. I could have used one of the wood types instead.
Over 1,000 crafting tables. Oh, this is insane. So you didn't want to use gold blocks, so you want to explain that?
Oh yeah, gold and golden pressure plates have the same. They have a different yellow on the map than the other blocks. But yeah, you can go cheap and use the pressure plates instead of the golden blocks. They have the same
Oh, that's really
color.
cool. It looks amazing from above. I think it's one of the best looking maps we have on the server. Especially how we set it up at the Quad Perimeter with all those maps together. I really like it how you also have the background just being the ocean. And like on the map it even looks like that. Like you just see just the outline of the frog.
Oh yeah, if you go down here, you can see that I first built the outline with netherrack.
Oh, underneath, yeah.
Yeah, and then I went above and built the actual map.
Okay. Ah, that's what the map looks like up close. You guys can see the blue background. And like over here, what did you use? Is that, what kind of green is that? For the back of the frog with the shadow.
I think that's hardened clay
Oh, nice.
or terracotta, what you call it these days.
A lot of sandstone. Frog think, that's so funny.
Yeah, this has kind of become a meme on the server. Yeah, it's a character from some cartoon. I didn't really watch it, just one episode.
So that's going to do it for our tour today. A lot of big plans in the future, so definitely check us out. All the members of ProtoTech will be linked down in the description. They all are pretty advocate about vanilla survival, and a lot of them even make videos as well as other content, so you can check out their links down below. Definitely follow me on Twitch, because on Twitch I'll be streaming a lot of the different projects we were working around here in Spawn. I would like to show like more of what we're doing on the server, because we do a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of times private. But hopefully now that we got a lot of our projects out in the open, you guys can come along and join us in Twitch as we work on these projects. All the links to the different stuff of the different things that we covered, farms and stuff, will all be linked down in the video description. So in case you have any questions, go ahead and ask us anything in the comments as well. We have a lot of ProtoTech members on right now. So if you guys would like to join us on ProtoTech, we do have an application process where we will add people that are dedicated about survival, or people that are very good in different aspects of Minecraft. So you don't have to be really good at survival. You can be good at stuff like redstone or command blocks, even like really good at building or reading code or making mods, stuff like that. We're looking for those type of people. So yeah, if you think you're one of those people, or you just like to do a lot of grindy work in survival, go ahead and make an application. It'll be down in the description, and we will hope to see you guys soon.
Someone
The
jump.
poor pigman, he wanted to jump too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.